Hi guys, it's Emily Stubing. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. If you haven't, then here's what you can expect. This is exactly how I started my last video, but anyway, this is what I'm all about. I do a bunch of sewing videos, especially upcycling and swimwear tutorials, and also a little bit about like sustainable fashion and how to build a sustainable wardrobe. So if those are things you're interested in, check out my other videos. But if not, today I just thought that I would show you how to make this super simple bandeau bikini that I made to wear on a trip recently to Panama. And like I said, it's so simple. If you're a beginner to sewing but you want a really cute swimsuit to wear, this is a perfect one to start with. It literally took me like 3 hours to make. And that was while filming it. So without that, it would have taken like an hour or two. So if you're looking for a nice, easy project, but something that's still really fun and cute and wearable, this is for you. Alright, this is the top that we're going to be making. I got this fabric from fabric.com. It's part of their Reprieve recycled fabric collection. So this is made from plastic bottles that were like ground down and recycled into swimwear fabric. So it's really sustainable and it's also not very expensive. I also know that the Fabric Fairy has it as well, but I think it's a little bit more expensive there. So yeah, but either place is a great place to buy from for swimwear fabric. Those are my two biggest recommendations in general. Whenever I'm buying swimsuit fabric, that's where I go. This fabric in particular is also super soft and super like just comfortable and nice to wear. So, and these are the bottoms that I made to go with it. This, again, is super easy. Other than swimsuit fabric and lining, you're going to need some really supportive bandeau padding, and make sure that it's the exact size that you want, because that is what's going to be holding up your top and giving it its shape. So yes, supportive padding and fabric and matching thread. That's all you need. And I use 100% polyester thread for the thread because it's really durable and won't break down in water or anything. So that's what you'll need, and yeah, let's get started. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you like it, and try it out. Let me know how it goes. I would love to, like, if you need any help, I'm happy to answer any questions. Just comment below. I get back to all of them. So let's get started. Alright, before we get any further, I thought I would just show you what we're actually going to be making today. I did this on my last video too. I just kind of hate when you have to wait until the very end of the video just to actually see what you're going to be making and if you like it or not. So yes, I just thought that I would start with this. This is what the final product looks like. First things first, you'll want to cut out 4 strips of fabric that are about 2 inches wide each, and I had one that was 50 inches long and another that was 32 inches long, both for the top, and then 2 more for the bottoms that are about 30 inches long. After that, you can start cutting out your fabric for the bottoms, and I just used existing bottoms as a pattern, as I always do. So just cut right around the edges of that, but make sure to leave a little bit of extra fabric on each side because you're going to need to fold those over at the end, so you'll need a little bit of extra length. Once you've cut out fabric for the front and back of your bottoms, then you can move on to the top. And as you can see, I just used an old existing top. If you don't have a bandeau bikini top though, you can also use like a strapless bra or something else that has a similar shape, and then just kind of estimate it like I did. So you'll need 2 matching pieces that look just like this, and I didn't use lining for that part, I just used 2 of that same fabric. And then you can start making your straps, so just fold them over lengthwise with right sides together and sew along that edge using like a 5/8 inch seam allowance. Make sure to use a zigzag stitch when you're sewing your straps, as you can see I did, and I go over it twice just to make sure that it'll stay, and then I use a loop turner to turn it right side out. Now let's get started with the bottoms. So you're going to want to put together your front and back piece, put them right sides together, and pin that bottom edge and just sew with the 5/8 inch seam allowance. Do that for both of those pieces, and then put each of those right sides together. and you're just going to pin all the way around the edges. Once you've done that, you can sew along those curved edges like I'm showing you, but make sure to leave the sides open. As you can see that I'm pointing to, do not sew there yet. Here's how that'll look when it's done, and then you can just go ahead and flip it right side out. The next step will just be to fold each of those sides over and pin it in place and sew, leaving an opening wide enough to pull your straps through. Do that on each of the 4 sides. Last but not least, you're just going to want to use a safety pin to pull your straps through each side of the bottoms, and then just tie it in a bow and you're done. Alright, getting started with our super easy top, you're just going to put your 2 pieces of fabric right sides together and sew all the way around except for one little 1-inch opening, which is where you're going to flip it right side out and add your padding later on. That's how it'll look once you're done sewing. I again used a zigzag stitch and went over it twice to keep it in place, and then you can just flip it right side out. The next step is to sew a straight stitch across each edge and make it as wide as your strap is, because that's where you'll pull it through. So you'll use your seam ripper to put a hole there and there at the top and bottom, and then you can just use a safety pin to pull your strap through. Next, go ahead and put your super supportive padding in place, and then we'll be ready for one of the final steps. Now you'll want to sew 3 straight stitches down the middle of that top, and that's where you're going to pull your straps through. So make sure it's wide enough for them. And then again, just use a safety pin to pull your strap through. Of course, after seam ripping those top and bottom parts like you did before at the sides. Then you can just tie it in a bow, and then you're already done with your top. So that's how you make the entire swimsuit, and here is the final product again.
We walk along that street, talking nervously. We close, it won't be long now. You made me write this song, yeah. We safe but don't know how. We far away from town. We talk until we can't no more.
Alright, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, obviously, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. And I really want to help and hear how it goes. So yeah, don't forget to comment below and let me know what else you want to see. If there's anything you've seen lately on Instagram or Pinterest or wherever, just send me a link to it or send me a picture or something and I can show you how to make it. I'm looking for new ideas and I'm making a bunch of videos right now. So I would love to know what you want to see. Yes, that's it, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.